The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, December 24 promise some interesting moments in the land of Genoa City. Next on The Young and the Restless, a father gives his son a special gift while someone spreads holiday cheer and a Christmas miracle unfolds. What kind of drama is set to unravel on Tuesday? Time to dive right in. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Jack Abbott's special gift. Y&R spoilers for Tuesday, December 24 note that Jack Abbott will give his son Kyle Abbott a special gift this season. Does this have to do with his new Jbot CEO role, or will it be something far more sentimental? The two have been on opposite sides of the fence until mending things recently, so it'll be nice for fans to see the Abbott men spend the holidays together, as a family should. Y&R spoilers. Phyllis Summers spreads holiday cheer. Across town, Y&R spoilers for Tuesday, December 24 suggests that Phyllis Summers will spread holiday cheer during the soap's Christmas Eve episode. Here's hoping it's positive holiday cheer, and not with a sarcastic undertone. After all, during Monday's show, Phyllis crashed Sharon Newman's holiday fun at her home by hurling more accusations at her. Here's hoping Red has calmed down since. She really should be spending time with family, so perhaps she ends up at Daniel Rommelotti's place and in a good mood. The Young and the Restless spoilers, an Abbott Christmas miracle. Lastly, Y&R spoilers for Tuesday hint at a Christmas miracle as Diane Abbott attempts to make amends with her sisters-in-laws, Tracy Abbott and Ashley Abbott. Will Jack's sisters accept Diane's apology and decide to move forward? That will likely be the case. However, considering the past rivalry between Ashley and Diane, this truly will be a Christmas miracle if the three ladies can land on the same page. Are you excited about Tuesday's show? Comment below. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Jolie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Tuesday, December 24, reveals that Jack Abbott will reflect on the time he lost with Dana Margeron and urge Kyle Abbott not to make the same mistake with his own mother. At Society, Diane Jenkins Abbott will convince Tracy Abbott and Ashley Abbott to let her buy them some drinks as they all try to move past Diane's deception with Jack. Later, Diane will join Kyle and Jack at the Abbott mansion, where she'll insist Kyle should open his holiday gifts now. Kyle will get a co-CEO nameplate for his office, along with Diane's old Christmas journal entries, so that he can see how much she missed him. After Diane cries over how she wanted to be the mother Kyle deserved, he'll give her a hug and seem like he's making more progress with her. Once Kyle leaves to meet up with Claire Newman, Diane will give Jack a watch with a special inscription. Jack will also hand over a necklace made from the teardrop of love stones, so Diane will be touched. At the cottage, Phyllis Summers will be appalled over what she assumes is a bogus defense that Sharon Newman made up. Nick Newman won't think this is the time to argue, but Phyllis will keep at it. Sharon will maintain that she's innocent and contend that everyone's going to accept the truth, except for Phyllis since she enjoys attacking her. After Sharon tells Phyllis to go home since she's had enough, Phyllis will continue ranting about making sure Sharon goes down. Faith Newman will finally blurt out that Sharon didn't kill Heather Stevens since she was unconscious while someone else was at the apartment. Phyllis will act like that idea is absolutely ridiculous and will eventually give Daniel Rommelotti Jr. updates back at his place. Daniel will initially seem outraged over Sharon's story about a mystery person being present while she was unconscious, but then he'll suggest there must be more to it. Phyllis will lash out and make it clear that Daniel shouldn't take Sharon's side like everyone else. Since Nick and Michael Baldwin are supporting Sharon, Phyllis won't think she can ever forgive them for that. Although Daniel won't be saying that Sharon's innocent, he'll still feel like there must be some missing puzzle pieces when it comes to this new defense. My and our spoilers say Phyllis will stand by her belief that Sharon is guilty, so she'll insist Sharon is going to pay one way or another. Back at the cottage, Sharon will sing a holiday song with Nick, Faith, Mariah Copeland, and Tessa Porter. While Tessa, Mariah, and Faith are admiring the snow outside, Sharon will wish Nick a Merry Christmas, and he'll wish her the same. Tuesday's Christmas Eve show will wrap up with Nick and Sharon enjoying a sweet embrace. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Phyllis could make some shocking moves in her pursuit of justice, so we'll bring you predictions on all the stunning news ahead. Our hearts go out to the Young and the Restless Michael Graziadei and his family. Losing a beloved pet is hard enough, but to happen around the holidays is just beyond heartbreaking. Graziadei's fiancée, Lauren Carey, took to Instagram to share the news in a collaborative post. And while the message was a sad one, the tribute to their pup, Mr. Pancakes, was also full of joy and adorable photos. There aren't words or a tribute or a post that can convey how much we love this dog, Carey wrote. Yes, he had an ear-splitting, decibel-pushing bark that could make your head want to explode, and he used it way more often than was necessary. But when we say this dog was the epitome of love, it is not an exaggeration. He loved everything. People, dogs, fetch, food, cats, squirrels, toys, put him in whatever ridiculous outfit you want, and even toddlers who pulled his hair. Having a rough day, she asked. Pancakes knew and would be right next to you. To lick your tears, to bring you a toy, or to simply sit next to you for as long as you needed. Some pets are once in a lifetime, and you're one for the record books. Mr. Pancakes, you were taken from us too soon, Carey concluded, but you were so loved and you will be missed dearly. We were lucky to have you in our lives for a beautiful 8 years. We've told the boys that every time they look up at the stars to know you're up there playing fetch and smiling down on us. You'll forever be in our hearts. There's not a whole lot more you can ask for. Saying goodbye is never easy, especially when our furry kids are taken from us before they're. 8 years doesn't feel like enough time with him, we're sure, but his parents will clearly never, ever forget him. Rest in peace, Mr. Pancakes. We can all tell that you were a very good boy. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Phyllis Summers remains committed to making Sharon Newman pay. In a new interview with Sod, Stafford opened up about Phyllis' pursuit of justice and the real-life tragedy that influenced her scenes on the show. I have a friend whose son was killed by a hit-and-run driver, and I kind of channel my friend in this, Stafford said. The hit-and-run driver already had so many DUIs, had been arrested so many times, and the hit-and-run driver and his friends worked really hard to hide his crime. It's a really gross story. Michelle Stafford acknowledged that plenty of people have experience with situations where they feel like there's a lack of justice. When you lose someone you care about, it can certainly bring strong emotions and an intense desire for consequences. Of course, more information is coming out now about Sharon's innocence, but Phyllis doesn't have the full story at this point. It's easy to see why Phyllis has doubts under the circumstances, and why she'd still be trying to get justice here. However, Michelle Stafford pointed out the truth may not ultimately change Phyllis' mind all that much. The UI and our star confessed that she doesn't believe there's anything Sharon can say to undo the damage. Although Phyllis may eventually accept that Sharon isn't the one responsible for Heather Stevens' demise, there's still the matter of Sharon dumping Heather's body and framing Daniel Romalotti Jr. for wiping her off the map. Stafford made a prediction that Phyllis wouldn't care, given the history between Sharon and Phyllis, when it comes to Sharon not being in her right mind at the time of the frame-up. Since Phyllis is such a protective lioness over her kids, Stafford just doesn't feel like Phyllis is going to let her rival make any excuses for the framing part of all this. The Young and the Restless spoilers say more Sharon revelations are on the way, so stay tuned to see Phyllis' reaction as she gets updates on all the shocking news to come. We'll have other hot young and the restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates to read up on, so make us your top lie and our source. The young and the restless spoilers and updates tease baby fevers hitting Genoa City, who will be the next mom-to-be? Here are our 4 predictions for who'll face pregnancy drama in 2025. The young and the restless spoilers, Claire Newman. To kick things off, Claire Newman has begun a relationship with Kyle Abbott, which sets the stage for a potential pregnancy storyline. It would likely come as a surprise to Claire and leave her feeling anxious, but we believe Kyle would assure her of his commitment to being a caring dad. Meanwhile, Jordan is already upset about Claire's choice to get close to Kyle, viewing it as a blemish on her reputation. If Claire were to find herself expecting Kyle's child, it would send Jordan over the edge. On the other hand, she may plot to kidnap the baby after all. She previously kidnapped Harrison Abbott. Lie and R spoilers, Audra Charles. Audra Charles is beginning to let her guard down when it comes to Nate Hastings, yet she's still hesitant to dive into a conventional relationship. Just when she thought she had everything figured out, a shocking pregnancy could complicate her plans and force her to reconsider the possibility of a meaningful, enduring future with Nate. Given Audra's past miscarriage, the emergence of this new baby narrative raises the emotional tension significantly. When she first came to town, having followed after Tucker McCall because she worked for him at that time, she discovered Noah Newman was there. Supposedly, she was pregnant with his child, but never told him, and revealed her miscarriage to him, but was she telling the truth? The young and the restless spoilers, Sally Spectra. Sally Spectra has experienced her own heartbreaking loss, which has led many fans to hope she will have another opportunity to become a mother. If she were to become pregnant by Billy Abbott, it could pave the way for a new chapter in her life, solidifying her bond with Billy. This development might spark jealousy in Adam Newman, as he watches Billy step into the role he once held with Sally, potentially living out the future they had desired. Such a scenario could unleash a whirlwind of complex feelings and provide plenty of dramatic moments. Sadly, Sally miscarried her baby with Adam, and a new pregnancy may cause her worry. By and R spoilers, Summer Newman. Summer Newman is currently not involved with anyone romantically, but that could change, making her a potential candidate for pregnancy. It's not hard to envision a scenario where Summer and Kyle give in to temptation, leading to a baby that could complicate Kyle's relationship with Claire. If both Claire and Summer end up expecting at the same time, the drama would be off the charts. Our predictions for My and R suggest that Summer will intensify her efforts to win over Kyle in the coming months, so keep an eye out for developments. Upcoming spoilers hint at some unexpected pregnancy surprises on the horizon in Genoa City, so we'll have to wait and see who might receive shocking baby news next. Adam and Chelsea have been in a weird co-parenting limbo since the cheating scandal torpedoed their respective relationships. Chelsea has yet to be persuaded that she and Adam are meant to be as Sally told her, and their story has taken a backseat to others, including that of Billy and Sally, who have embarked on a romance of their own. But that is about to change. Young and restless spoilers tease that Chelsea will give Adam disturbing news to end this week, and if our hunch is correct, it will change everything between them, perhaps kick-starting the reunion that's been on hold. So, what will Chelsea have to say? There are a few possibilities. I'm pregnant. Chelsea might be telling Adam that she's unexpectedly expecting. After all, given their hookup was impulsive and they were quite drunk, one can't discount the possibility that they didn't use protection. Why would an addition to the family be considered disturbing? Well, for one thing, they are together, and she didn't seem to think reuniting was a great idea. Therefore, the idea of carrying Adam's baby amid so much uncertainty could be considered disturbing to her. Moreover, the news would get back to Sally and Billy, who would be affected by it. In fact, Chelsea may even find herself in an uncomfortable "who's the daddy" situation. After all is said and done, however, baby news would ultimately bring Adam and Chelsea back together, we're sure of it. Connor's relapsed. If Chelsea has to tell Adam that Connor is struggling again, it's going to bring the parental nightmare they've already lived through back into sharp focus, with all of the anxiety and pain it recalls, and on the holidays. This kind of news would undoubtedly bring Chatham closer together as they provide a united front to help their son. We all know what their bonding led to in Baltimore, so we'd expect this could be a catalyst to finally get them back together as a couple. Ian's back. Adam and Ian once worked together, but things quickly went sour. In fact, relations became so curdled that Adam ended up in a physical fight with Ian during a fire at Newman Tours, during which they both tried to kill each other. Adam left Ian for dead and was astounded when he once again showed up in Genoa City to wreak havoc afterward. When Ian ended up in prison at the time, Victor framed Adam for Constance Bingham's death. Adam and Chelsea convinced him to testify on Adam's behalf by offering to help him escape in return. But they instead duped Ian and left him behind bars. We're positive Ward won't have forgotten this, which means Adam and his family are as much targets as Nikki, Mariah, or anyone else in the Newman clan. We're sure this would bring Chelsea and Adam back together as they circle the wagons to protect themselves and their son from the danger of Ian's revenge plot. The Young and the Restless spoilers confirm that Phyllis Summers is currently in the front and center of a very heated storyline. She is bending over backwards, trying to prove Sharon's involvement in her car accident and Heather's death. Even though Phyllis is no Ms. Goody-Two-Shoes, she is still one of the most loved characters of the soap and extremely relevant. Perhaps fans just love the fiery angle she brings to the screen. What sets Phyllis apart from soaps or villains is that even though she is not holier than thou, she is also not pure evil. She is usually in the gray with a mean streak. In fact, she is the reigning queen of gray areas. Another thing that she tends to do a lot is obsess. Currently, she obsesses about bringing Sharon Newman down. However, we don't think this obsession will be able to last long, considering that Sharon is actually innocent. The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that sooner or later, Phyllis is going to have to give up her obsession over trying to prove Sharon a criminal. But Phyllis being Phyllis, she can't remain obsessionless for too long. The soap is pointing toward a perfect new target for her obsession, Billy Abbott. The man is currently licking his wounds after biting the dust at Victor Newman's hands and being betrayed by his own mother. Billy is determined to seek revenge on Victor and snatch Abbott Chancellor back. And guess who currently has it? Nikki Newman, of course. So helping Billy will give Phyllis the double-fold delight of kicking Nikki down. We can already sense Red smirking at the thought. In fact, considering that this is a soap, Billy and Phyllis' association may not stop at business alone. Phyllis is single at the moment, and Billy has just tackled betrayal at Chelsea's hands. Sure, he has had some romantic interactions with Sally, but they are not a sealed deal. So there is still some scope for a romantic tryst between Phyllis and Billy, and it could be rather interesting to watch. So stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for more The Young and the Restless spoilers on this speculative twist. Meanwhile, do you want to see Phyllis and Billy together? Tell us in the comments. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that 4 critical major developments are ahead during the week of December 23 to 27, so some great stuff still to come. Let's discuss the shockers and shakeups that are set to hit Genoa City. 1. Nick gets slammed over Sharon's support. First, Nick Newman will remain committed to proving Sharon Newman's innocence, especially now that more information is coming to light through her hypnosis sessions. However, Daniel Romalotti Jr. will confront Nick over his belief in his former flame. Nick's about to get slammed over his Sharon support, so we and our viewers will see some tense scenes as Daniel launches a face-off. 2. Summer and Chance's relationship decision. Meanwhile, Summer Newman and Chance Chancellor will make a significant decision about their romantic fate. Chance and Summer are technically still on a break, so they can't stay in limbo like this forever. That's why Summer and Chance will meet up to talk about where their relationship goes from here. By the end of this conversation, Chance and Summer should figure out whether they're going to give things another try or end their romance permanently. 3. Damien's search comes with a twist. In Los Angeles, the search for Damien will come with a twist. Nate Hastings and Audra Charles will look for Damien at the address Denise Tolliver offered, but he may no longer be at that location. Denise warned about the risk of Damien moving somewhere else if they didn't approach him quickly. It's easy to imagine Damien getting spooked if he figures out someone's trying to track him down, so he may vanish again and delay his reunion with Amy Lewis. 4. Chelsea's scary news for Adam. As for Chelsea Lawson, she'll give Adam Newman updates on some scary news. Will this involve an OCD-related setback for Connor Newman or perhaps an Ian Ward sighting? Regardless, Chelsea and Adam will soon have a reason to strengthen their bond. This might even lead to Chelsea agreeing to live at the old ranch house with Connor and Adam, either for protection or just for the sake of the family coming together. The Young and the Restless spoilers say plenty of Genoa City excitement's looming, so we'll pass along more predictions on all the chaos. We'll have other fantastic Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so drop by regularly for more Y&R info. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victor Newman has never liked Claire Grace Newman dating Kyle Abbott. While Claire doesn't approve of how Victor handles things, she also isn't aware how controlling her grandfather can get. So how long until Victor forces Kyle to break up with Claire? Keep reading and let's discuss the possibilities. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Claire Grace Newman's romance. Y&R spoilers reveal that Claire and Kyle seem to have sparks when they first met. However, Claire resisted falling into a romance with Kyle because he was her employer. Toward the end of Claire's employment as Harrison Abbott's nanny, she and Kyle finally started forming a real relationship. Claire is really happy right now. However, not everyone in Claire's life approves of Kyle. Y&R spoilers, Victor Newman's control. Claire has already seen how nasty Victor can get when he wants something. Claire didn't approve of Victor using Kyle to get back at Jack Abbott. However, since Victor hasn't directly affected Claire negatively yet, she really has no idea how bad it can get. When Victor warned Claire about Kyle, it wasn't a friendly suggestion. It was more like an order. Y&R spoilers, Newman family photo gift. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Claire got a nice gift for her new family. In a family photo with Victor and Nikki, Claire was put in the picture along with Cole Howard. It was a nice gift and one that kind of cements Claire's acceptance into the Newman family. At the same time, in soaps, this usually indicates the family is about to go south. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Kyle Abbott blackmailed. Victor always thinks he is right and thinks he knows best for everyone. Victor rarely lets his family members live their own lives, even when they are approaching middle age. Victor doesn't want Claire with Kyle, and he's going to do whatever he can to make sure that happens. In Victor's mind, he truly believes that he is doing what is best for Claire. However, I'm not sure if Claire will see it this way. Victor might blackmail Kyle to force his hand. However, since things are going so well between Kyle and Claire, a sudden split would be suspicious. Claire would want to know why, and she can tell if Kyle isn't being completely truthful. Once Claire learns about Victor's blackmail, that could change everything for the Newman family. It might even push Claire to wonder if Jordan was right all along. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Actor Connor Floyd is super popular for playing Chance Chancellor on The Young and the Restless. Despite being a dashing man in uniform, he has had hard luck when it comes to romance. It's true that handsome cops are magnets for romance and admiration, yet Chance has always found himself at the shorter end of the stick. Thankfully, it seems that his portrayer, Connor, has better luck in the real world. The dashing actor is officially engaged. Connor Floyd popped the question to his girlfriend, Carly Frey, in the most romantic manner. The soap star went down on one knee against the scenic snowy backdrop of Crayley's hometown, Boston. Looking at the look on her face, we can assume that she was thrilled by the romantic gesture. And of course, she said yes. A romantic proposal fit for the rom-coms. The Young and the Restless star and Carly announced their engagement to their followers through an Instagram post. They posted a monochrome picture that featured Connor's face and Crayley's hand. The engagement ring on her finger looks stunning. Yes, Carly wrote in the caption. Her enthusiasm can be felt radiating through the words so clearly. I will never forget the face she made after dropping to a knee and then surprising her with a massive party with our friends and families. Connor shared in an exclusive chat with People. The couple celebrated their engagement with their families at a party. The day was truly memorable for them. Connor enthused that the snowy weather added the perfect touch to their engagement photos. However, he did admit that walking through the park at 25 degrees was rather challenging. Carly is my best girl. She's done so much for me, and I wanted this to be a day that we remember forever, he added. Furthermore, Connor expressed his gratitude for having a person like Crayley in his life. He pointed that she is his best friend, and he'd do anything for her. We really wish Connor all the best in this new chapter in his life. The couple has not decided on a wedding date as of now. However, whenever they do make any such announcement, we'll report it to you stat. So stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for more The Young and the Restless spoilers and other updates. Are you excited for Connor and Carly? Tell us in the comments. At the ranch, Nikki and Victor admire their Christmas tree. She tells him he couldn't have given her a better Christmas gift than the ranch. They embrace and Victor tells his wife she deserves this and more. They're kissing when Cole and Claire walk in. She teases about them feeling the holiday spirit. Nikki wishes them a happy Christmas Eve. At Sharon's place, Mariah and Faith have arrived to hear about the hypnosis session. Sharon tells them she had a breakthrough. I realized, I don't think I killed Heather. She explains there was someone else in that apartment that night. Bits and pieces have come back to her. Heather was on the other side of the room from her when she died. She heard her cry out and fall. She remembered a presence near her and felt a gloved hand on her that pushed her onto the couch. She was struggling to maintain consciousness. Faith and Mariah think this is amazing. Sharon warns it will still be an uphill battle. They can't prove anything. Maria and Faith declare a Christmas miracle and they hug their mom. At Society, Michael has filled Lauren in on what Sharon remembered during her hypnosis session. Lauren asks if he can use this as court. Michael says it's not solid proof, but it's a break. They need to discover what truly happened that night. Lauren can see her husband is all fired up. Michael hopes this takes Sharon's guilt down a notch. They're switching the focus of this investigation to the real killer. Phyllis appears and asks, "The real killer? What's that supposed to mean?" At the ranch, Cole tells Nikki and Victor he appreciates their invitation, though he realizes he's a poor substitute for their daughter. They all discuss Victoria being ill. Victor takes Claire into the sitting area and she explains that Johnny and Katie have parties with friends but will come by in the morning. Drinks are served and Victor lets their granddaughter know that they're happy she's come back to them. He toasts to her first Christmas with the Newman family. Cole asks to say something and tells them this holiday has never meant much to him before, but having his daughter, it now means everything. He gushes about Claire, "You are the brightest light in my life." They embrace and Victor smiles. That deserves a cheers. Claire thanks them all for the love and support. She finally has a real home and a family that loves her. It feels like her first real Christmas. Claire trots out a gift for her grandparents. It's a family portrait of the 5 of them. She tells them they've given her a life she never dreamed was possible. Victor and Nikki hug her. At society, Lauren tells Phyllis they don't want to fight with her. Phyllis says Sharon's the real killer and needs to pay a price. Sharon did this. She's so tired of them feeling bad for her and making excuses for her. She's seeking justice for Daniel and Heather. Michael says it's fine to seek justice. Lauren tells her she's justified in her anger. Michael says what happens to Sharon is out of her hands. Phyllis snaps, "The hell it is." She is trying to hold her family together. This is the first Christmas Lucy spends without her mother. She barks, "Stop defending a killer." She fears Michael has something in the works to get her out of this. Michael says things are not as simple as she thinks they are. At Sharon's place, Mariah and Faith keep talking about how relieved they are. They recap that Nick kept pushing for answers and discovered that the pills were tainted. Nick credits Sharon for being willing to undergo hypnosis. Maria and Faith worry that the killer could have hurt her too. Sharon agrees it's unnerving. She's just happy she remembered everything. Nick bemoans the real killer still being on the loose. Faith muses, who knows what they have planned next. Mariah asks if Sharon remembers any details about the killer. She doesn't, but worries that Daniel needs to know about this if a new investigation will be launched. The killer is still out there. Nick says they won't tell them tonight. It's their first Christmas without Heather, and this would be confusing and upsetting. They need to let them be for now. In society, Phyllis hollers that Sharon killed Heather, framed her son, and ran her off the road. Michael retorts that this is up for debate. Lauren implores Phyllis to trust Michael. Phyllis can't believe they're defending her family's enemy. Lauren says there are things about the case she doesn't know about. Phyllis gawps, "What do I know about? What do you know? Tell me." At the ranch, Victor admires the painting of him, his wife, Claire, Victoria, and Cole. Cole hopes he doesn't mind him being included. Victor says he belongs in it and asks for a word privately. Claire asks Nikki what that's about. Nikki hopes Victor's not about to challenge Cole to a boxing match. She smiles. Even he can't deny how much Cole loves you. More, Michael Grizziati's sad holiday loss. In the sitting area, Victor tells Cole it's Christmas time, so all are welcome. Cole anticipates another talk about staying away from Victoria. Victor says, "I may surprise you." He notes he's very protective of his family, and Victoria has been involved with men in the past who haven't deserved her. Cole says he would never hurt Victoria. Victor knows that now. He can't ignore their romantic connection, or that he's a very good father to Claire. Cole says they're his family. Victor declares that he won't stand in the way of any relationship with his daughter or interfere with them becoming a family. He was very pissed off at him after he and Michael went behind his back. "I was angry, but he's observed him and thinks he's a good man. You take good care of my daughter, Oku." He welcomes him to the family with a handshake. Cole won't let him down. In the living room, Nikki and Claire declare a Christmas miracle. At Sharon's place, they all agree they should wait to share the news with Daniel and Lucy. They won't open up the wound on Christmas. Sharon is rattled to realize that Christmas is here. "I wish I had done more for the holidays for you too." Faith and Mariah understand, given what she's been going through. Sharon says her whole perspective has changed. For the first time in months, she can breathe. That's all the gift they need. Sharon still wants to do something. Maria and Faith are up for it. Faith knows exactly what they need. More, how Damien will rock Nate's world. Phyllis pulls up a chair at Michael and Lauren's table at Society. Michael tells her there is new evidence that calls into question everything they thought they knew about this case. The police are possibly reopening the investigation. As Phyllis protests, Michael explains that the authorities are taking this seriously. Chance might even stake a squad car outside of Daniel's apartment to make sure they're safe. Phyllis says they should have protected them from Sharon. Michael tells her to let the police do their jobs. She needs to take her focus off of Sharon. When the new evidence comes out, she will regret her actions. Phyllis says, "The hell I will," and stalks out. At Sharon's place, they've pulled out the decorations, and Nick comes through the door with a Christmas tree from the tree farm. Tessa arrives and gushes, "Oh, how festive." She explains the sitter is with Aria, who was exhausted. She tells Sharon how happy she was to hear her news. Sharon marvels, "I almost lost all of this." This has taught her they need to celebrate every moment they have together. She hugs her daughters. "Merry Christmas, girls." More, Hunter King terrifying real-life twist. At the ranch, Claire asks Victor if he and Cole had a good talk. He says her father's a good man. Cole hands gifts off to Victor and Nikki from him. Nikki's is a first edition Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Cole says she loved with her whole heart, just like Nikki. Victor opens his book. It's the story of Muhammad Ali, signed by the great man himself. He's moved. Cole thinks it seemed appropriate to gift the story of one greatest to another. Victor gives him a fist pump of approval. Nikki tells Claire her gift will be there in the morning. She asks, "Is Santa bringing it?" Nikki reveals that the Appaloosa horse will arrive at the stable in the morning. Claire gushes, "This is unbelievable. Thank you so much." Victor shows her photos of the animal as Nikki tells Cole, "Good job with the books." She asks how his talk with Victor went. Cole says he's starting to believe in Christmas miracles. More, Y&R's Ian and Jordan claim another victim. At Sharon's place, Nick gets the tree where Faith wants it, and they all pull ornaments out of a box. Tessa finds an angel that Sharon doesn't remember. She thinks it's from Cassie. Nick says she always looks out for her, for their whole family. Maria feels Cassie is there with them and smiling down on them. Nick says, "Always." Sharon hangs it on the tree and heads upstairs to get some of Cassie's favorite decorations. Maria tells Nick she's getting back on track. Nick agrees. She's convinced now that Heather's death is not her fault. They're sure Michael will find a way to prove the truth. Not just for Sharon, but for Daniel and Lucy too. They deserve to know who killed Heather. Faith feels she has her mom back. For tonight, that's all she needs. At Society, Lauren and Michael agree that Phyllis' anger is justified and her pain must be unbearable. They talk about Scotty and Fenn. They're doing well, and they'll call them tomorrow. Lauren asks if he thinks Phyllis will stay out of this case. Michael hopes she finds a distraction. The problem is when it comes to Sharon. Phyllis isn't good about letting bygones be bygones. There's too much history there. Lauren hopes that knowing there's new information will give her pause. Michael asks when she's ever taken a pause. Lauren concedes never. More, Y&R stars behind the scenes, Stafford's personal collection. At Sharon's place, the tree is trimmed, and Tessa can't wait for Aria to see the decorations tomorrow. Sharon thanks them for lifting her spirits. They're wondering if it's too late to call Noah when Phyllis arrives. Nick opens the door, and she says, "Of course you're here, of course." Sharon asks, "Shouldn't you be at home with your family?" Phyllis just talked to Michael, who told her there's new information that could reopen the case into Heather's death. What the hell are you up to? At the ranch, they're ready to light the tree. Victor pushes a button and the lights in the room go out. Next, the tree lights up. Cole marvels, "Wow." Claire thinks it looks like it's out of a movie. She wishes her mom was there. Cole assures her they'll be together for every holiday to come. They wish each other a Merry Christmas. More, Y&R fans to create excruciating scenes. At Sharon's place, Phyllis tells her she should be in a prison cell. Maria says her mom isn't trying to pull anything. Faith says she should be with Daniel and Lucy. Phyllis says she was earlier, giving them some semblance of a holiday, since it's the first holiday without Heather thanks to Sharon. She complains the blonde has one excuse after another. Sharon says she was wrong. "I'm not guilty. I didn't murder anybody. Somebody else killed Heather."